Hello everybody. This is Mr. MMW and I'm coming to you with another video on the game against Lodrik. This is the setup video, a continuation of the previous one. I have essentially set up pretty much everything I could. On the first turn anyway, there are many things which will require multiple turns, especially in the Pacific here, in the lower Pacific. In the United States, it'll probably take me like, I don't know, a week to set up some forces. Thankfully, India is a little bit better. But let's start with the most important stuff. And here you can perhaps help me with some setup advice. Now, obviously, this is the biggest problem. The biggest problem that is keeping me from doing push here and securing Australia and the South Pacific is this task force right here. If we can remove it, we have a free hand for at least while he repositions his carriers. To do this, we have 3 of our own carriers. And this, hold on, let me close the patrols. This is the course that I've reached. Considering our capabilities, by the way, take a look. Going full speed. Don't know exactly if this is the correct setup, but I've adjusted the commanders as much as I could. The squads as much as I could. But unfortunately, we cannot guarantee an interception. I think this is the most likely course. I will go here on the first turn. If he goes full speed here, I will intercept him. At least this is covered. I also have Fortress Suva over here with the poor old Saratoga. Anyway, I filled these air bases up as much as I could. Planes. We don't have that many. These are all that I have. Thankfully, I do have enough Catalinas, generally speaking. Unfortunately, he can escape to a ball. If he goes full speed, he might just be able to get past me. Thankfully, he can't do a straight move through Norfolk Island. And I'm hoping he's forced to do one of these maneuvers here. And he will be slowed down enough for our task force to be able to catch him over here. And I have a range generally. I have an escorted range of 7. 6 for the Wildcats. I'm also doing a little bit of night search. Don't exactly know how much this will help, but hey, let's try. I'm also putting these guys on max range. Even though they might get butchered, well, it's worth it. These guys are a little bit of a problem. I'm more than likely not going to be able to engage with this. And do not forget that the Japanese outrange us. So this is a bit of a problem. But nothing we can do at this point. So, pretty much besides this, if you have any suggestions, I'll gladly take it. In Australia, I'm moving pretty much every single movable unit, an airplane over here, somewhere over here, yeah. It'll take a while, you know. But I intend Townsville to be the main bomber base and Cooktown to be a fighter base over which we can start having some skirmishes over Port Moresby or something like that, just to keep him busy while we plan for an invasion of Tulagi. I'm hoping that in 2 weeks the bulk. Oh, I can actually show you the bulk of our transport forces. We have some in Australia, not enough to pull an invasion. A lot of them in Cape Town. Nothing, nothing to even transport in Cape Town. Cape Town is empty, but keeping them there. We have some again near Cape Town. These are gonna again make a big journey to Australia, and some in Karachi. These guys are needed in India, and again more in Cape Town. So in order to get these guys and these guys to Australia to pull an invasion, and do not forget that we have to transport many of these units, useful units that are sitting in Haivaoa and such places, not to mention all the fuel and supply. Rarotonga, naturally, the most important base, and Pago Pago and such. Yeah, it will take at least like 2 to 3 weeks before we can start. So probably only in about a month. That's my expectation anyway, which is unfortunate. But if this is successful, I will be able to run wild with my carriers for at least a while. I will have to do some scouting to determine how many betties and such he has here. But I will try to contain him at his max range, outside of his fighter range, as much as possible. Maybe we cap trap him, with my carriers. Kill some betties and such. Yeah. Also, interesting. Also, let's put the patrols back on. I do not remember why I still have this. One of these still has a patrol like this. I'll change it. But anyway, you can see there are many forces that I can move to Australia that are not in Australia. Especially here. Actually, these are training. I'm using Los Angeles for the USN Air Fleet, and San Francisco for the 4th USAF. And I'm putting everything that I can transport to Australia in Sandy. Some of this I can skip over in a couple of turns, but they still need training, a lot of training. Fortunately, in Australia I just don't have that much right now that I can actually start an offensive with or start bombing. Unfortunately, but as you can see, we do have a good number of subs. So even if he does manage to escape, perhaps we can intercept. I have also put a little line, a picket line over here and here. Who knows? We have dog shit commanders, but hey, look at this guy. Anyway. Not many subs elsewhere, only a couple around Japan. Unfortunate. Not much in the Dutch East Indies, we're pretty much dead. In India, thankfully, we do have a good amount of supply and fuel, and the Indian economy, we can't ruin that too much. But we're pulling everything. My goal is to shut down, to try to bomb Magwe, I don't know, and to shut down Rangoon, because we know he has gigantic forces here. I want to keep them here. If he lands in India, we are doomed. This is because, take a look, this is the Eastern Command. We have, let's say, 2.5 divisions over here. And the Southern Command, we also, 3 divisions. And over here we only have 1 British division and a couple of brigades. There's also 1 Australian division that's unloading. So that's what we have. We can if the Japanese force a battle on us, we might very well lose. And I am thinking that we will probably either be here, he just land here. I have nothing to oppose him. Take a look at my bombers. I can maybe sink a couple of ships, but nothing more than that, unfortunately. If he decides to land here, and he can within, if he pulls in a bunch of ships into Rangoon, he can in 2 weeks invade India. I simply do not have the forces. Dojo also had replacements and upgrades disabled for the entire game. So these guys need to build up to, yeah. And if he lands in Ceylon, there is not much that I can do, unfortunately. There are a bit more planes here, some swordfishes, but if he has carriers, he can very easily, if he has cap over his invasion fleet. No chance. So it will mainly be land war. I'm trying to delay him by putting everything into Chittagong. Everything. I don't have that much right now. The only planes that I can use on this turn. And I'm also pulling back from here in a bit. I do still have supplies here, might as well use them. In China, I'm glad to say that the situation isn't quite as dire as I thought before. When you look at these guys, it doesn't seem very hopeful. But when you look over here, sorry, here, no, not here, here, we do have a little bit of supply. We also, have this industry hasn't been destroyed. Also, over here, we have units with supply. We have a good deal of units here, again, with decent supply. Enough supply to survive for a couple of turns anyway. Of course, the biggest problem is that there's no fuel. No fuel, so this heavy industry is useless. Unfortunate. Also over here we have enough supply to survive. I'll relocate everything to push him from the south or to defend the south. Clearly he's not going for the center. Yes, everything here and here. Why in God's name are we defending Yichang with 2000 AV? I do not know. So I'm gonna try my hardest to defend these three bases. They have supply, they have some industry, and every bit of industry is valuable for us. He's also losing victory points, by the way, from moving out of Nanning with these guys. He was moving to Pakhoi for some reason. But yeah, Jesus Christ, look at this, 31 units. Yeah, we are probably gonna have to defend him Puelin. Not much chance, otherwise. He also has units in these bases for some reason. Look at these guys. What are they doing? I do not know. They're going. I'm also not going to make the trail of dead units that I was thinking. I'm gonna pull them all into Kienko. It will take him months to traverse to this anyway. But simply for supply consumption. So that I don't have to suffer supply attrition. I don't care about troop attrition. They can all die for all I care. But I want to conserve as many supplies as I can. So I'm gonna put them in here so that they can be supplied properly. What else? I don't have pretty much any usable ships here or generally here, unfortunately. A little bit here, and I do have this, but it's not enough. It's not enough to actually make an offensive, and if he uses his fleet he will simply destroy all of them. To counter this, I have established the first convoy. I know, incredible. It will be centered around the Hornet. It will take I'm bringing as many things as I can with me. It's not that much. It's not even everything that I can transport here, but I simply do not have the transports. It's Pearl Harbor is basically empty. Yeah. And a bunch of ships are damaged. Yeah. But here is my CV. What's this? I won't forget. Oh, these are the fortresses. Yeah. With some supply. I'm bringing the 7th bases, some support, and here are the surface combat fleet. Hopefully, we get to actually use them. I do not know if we will, but under carrier cover, these guys can be actually useful. I'm thinking. I'm hoping anyway. Here we go. Some ease, some support chips, and some. I'm also doing a bunch of SW because God knows he hasn't done any. He also has no skills for it. I'm also using these guys for SW even though they don't have any skills for it. They don't have much skills in general, but what else? I also have a couple. He has many little squads on islands that I will bring and redistribute. This will take time. I have a couple of special missions. God knows if they will work. I'm gonna try to mine lay a little. I'm also gonna try to use these PT boats. We will see if they are actually useful. Yeah. There's also this guy, the Kai Ping. Yeah. This guy might actually, if he manages to engage these guys, I do not know, but maybe they will be able to delay a little bit. Nothing in New Zealand. Some aircraft. Look at these guys. Not enough, not big enough airfield, yet he has armors with naval strike, naturally. Eh, I'm gonna relocate this. In one turn, I'm gonna relocate this and use them for actually useful stuff. Here is the main base at Adelaide. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm transporting most of this stuff. I need to unload these 2 divisions. This is very nice, very nice. Are they actually useful? Yes, they are. They are free to maneuver. Unfortunately, I don't think I have enough American forces to actually do an invasion. I have a couple marine stuff, yeah, such things. I have actually, hold on. I think I have actually. I have a checklist for this. Yeah. Uh, if I remember how to do it. So here is my plan. Actually, I can. Can I show this? Hold on. Here you go. This is my notepad. It shows. Oh, here you go. This is my little notepad. So from the US mainland, I'm gonna bring the 5th, 7th, 10th, and 13th USAF to Australia. Gonna make Dutch Harbor a sub base. It is not. God knows why he has like full regiments that of Marines there. Yeah. Establish. It will take also take like at least 1 week to make one convoy from San Diego. This is because I don't have enough escorts there. Yeah. There's also another thing. I don't think I noted here. Yeah. Uh, in Cape Town, I have in 1 day, in 2 days, I'm gonna get a new British carrier and some battleships and such. and I'm gonna relocate them to Bombay. We'll see about that. So yeah, I've already did this. Yeah, I'm gonna unstay my APs. You have seen where I have them. I did this already. I actually didn't modify this before. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna try to mine with subs because I don't have mine layers. Yeah, just American things. Get out of the outback bases things and put them to good use. I'm gonna send some support ships. I'm gonna make Numea, yeah, the main navy base for the South Pacific, and Lungaville the main air base. And obviously I'm gonna move up as I capture stuff. Then I'm gonna use Townsville and Cooktown for the Southwest Pacific stuff. Yeah, and also I'm gonna concentrate in Numea all the invasion stuff. I'm gonna use the Indian units, right, to defend India. I'm gonna delay. I'm also there's quite a lot of supply in New Zealand, thankfully. So I'm gonna use that to fuel to send supply to Numea. Unfortunately, there is not enough fuel. Yeah, yeah. I also need a lot of tankers. I have a lot of mid-ocean task forces that are running out of fuel. Yeah, we'll see about them. I'm not convinced I can salvage all of them. So here's my analysis of what went wrong. Not enough delaying action on the part of Dojo. Fundamentally, the Japanese have just been able to advance everywhere, and they have very easily gotten into the fly routes and also the transport routes. Yeah, not to mention horrible efficiency for the cargo routes. It was defeated in detail. There was no decisive battle, as you have seen by the losses screen, and this forced me to act now in May instead of August. I would very much prefer to do this in August, like historical. I would also have another carrier, the Wasp, but I don't. But this is just what I have to do. So here's my operation plan. Push the Japanese out of the South Pacific. Good. Secure a supply line. Establish aerial security. Yeah. Form a convoy A. This is the one for Pearl Harbor. Invade Tulagi. Right. Under CV cover. Get a fighter. Units in there. Bring mines and coastal guns. A lot of people underestimate coastal guns, but if you have enough AV in a base together with coastal guns, it will become an essentially impenetrable defense. At least until he brings a bunch of battleships. So yeah, there we go. That's it. That's my notepad. Hopefully it will actually work. Don't know if it actually will. Oh yeah, and in total, let me show you. Hello? Oh, right. Not here. What is it? The under the Pacific Ocean areas. This is where a lot of the Marines are. Yeah, I have 2 or 3. I can't even remember, right? 2 or 3 Marine divisions. Yeah, that are unfortunately very split up. Look at this. In 19 days, I get this, and I'm gonna transfer them out to Numea. Yeah, there's also one mid-ocean task force. Look at these guys. Here, there. Not enough escorts, by the way. Here, another one. It will take again more time. And I have also some. I forget what command they are under. Yeah, the Southwest Pacific. unlike MacArthur. I've one in that's available to move. Fortunately, it's naturally in the United States. I also have this amount of artillery. I thought I had one more. Just one? No, it must have been one. It must be under the first core, yeah. No. Hmm. Oh yeah, and he was using LA for transport, right? I cannot remember where they are. But in port, they might be in Port Harbor, yeah. Hmm? Oh yeah, I didn't even manage to fit this onto my task force. Eh, do I not have any? No, I just I even forgot this. I don't even have enough troops to uh, APs to transport this all of this stuff. Yeah. Eh, there was something annoying in Pago Pago, if I remember right. Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. I guess I don't have. I thought I had three. Also army units, army divisions, but apparently I do not. Oh well. I guess I'm gonna have to make do with like one U.S. Army division, two U.S. Marine divisions, and like three Australian divisions. That is enough, and I do have a good amount of coastal guns and artillery. I do believe that the Japanese cannot destroy me if I manage to land properly. Yeah, they can just reinvade me and win. It will be an attritional campaign. Uh, I also don't exactly know where I will land. Yeah, there are many bases that could be useful, some more than others. You know, but we shall see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope this has given some insight into where we are right now. And if we do fail, we might very well, by the way. If what are my conditions for winning or for losing rather? Obviously, I want to destroy the task force, but there is a good chance that they will kill me too. I have to recognize this. The biggest fear of mine is that they will make uncoordinated attacks. They will be destroyed piecemeal. I did not, train these pilots myself the way I like it. So I don't know. The Japanese might do one airstrike and kill all my carriers. I do not know. If this happens, frankly, there is not much chance, and I will probably concede defeat if he manages to sink all my carriers. If I am not able to make, for whatever reasons, either he destroys all my transports or all my ability to counter-strike, I will simply admit defeat because there is no push to be made, and I will not be able to defeat him in any way until 43. But at least for one turn, we get to run wild. Thank you for watching. Leave some input if you find this enjoyable. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Maybe I'll turn a turn.